and the world feels cold tonight. There's a fire living deep inside you, a sacred everlasting light. Every heartbeat is a new beginning. Every breath can heal the pain. Love is flowing through the universe like sunlight after rain. Rise above the fear. Let your spirit open wide. There is power in your soul. You were born to shine. You are unlimited, higher than the stars above.
Welcome all of you to Words of Wisdom podcast by Dr. Michael Gross. I'm thrilled to be hosting this and sharing his words of wisdom. His message tonight is opening the door. I will just, it's a beautiful song, and we'll go ahead and mute that because that song can go for the next 5 minutes. And we encourage you to go to Michael's YouTube channel, Dr. Michael B. Gross, to hear the entire story, the songs, and all the podcasts that we've been doing for several years now. But here is where we're going with this one. How about that one, Michael? We're just going to go full screen here.
All
so
right.
We can actually have you share your information with everybody. For those of you who are new, my name is Tiu Knapp, and with me is my dearest friend, Dr. Michael Gross. He's the author of The Spiritual Primer. He's a professional keynote speaker, energy transformational coach, entrepreneur, and so much more. He has a plethora of knowledge. He's been doing this for many, many, many years. So in order to keep our podcast down to a minimum time, we encourage everybody to put the comments and questions in the chat. We'll address those at the end of Michael's message, and I will also put his contact information in the chat so that you can connect with him later on. So here you go, Michael. I'm going to go ahead and mute out, put my nose down to the grindstone, and put your contact information out. I'm going to turn the mic over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I just love that song. It represents what we're all about, what I'm here about to teach and share with you, that you're unlimited. We're all unlimited. So thank you. The subject that I wish to discuss with you is opening the door. And really, what does that mean? It's meaning discovering you. It means discovering your true essence. In that thought, let's look at it in 3 different ways. We have the conscious mind, which is very powerful. And the conscious mind is everything new that you experience, whether it's going out to dinner, talking to someone. Then we have the subconscious mind, which is like a giant hard disk. It's recording every experience you have. And in life, you're always comparing the past with the present, which comes from your subconscious mind. Then we have the unconscious mind. And the unconscious mind is all about your connection with what I call the true source. That is who you are. Not only is connection with the true source, but it's connected actually with your soul. Your soul, as I say, is an aspect of the true source. So figure of speech, your DNA, your essence, your vibrations, your frequency, all comes from the true source because you are part of that true source. The subject tonight is opening the door. So how do I really access my soul, my direction in life, my soul? And how do I access the true source? Well, congratulations. You've been doing this since the day you were born. You don't remember or recognize it. Do you ever think about these thoughts? Like somebody's going to call me, or should call somebody, or maybe I should do this, call somebody, go somewhere else, take a different route to work, whatever it may be. Or maybe buy a new shirt or a new dress or whatever. This is your soul talking to you. And I want to differentiate a little bit between the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. Kind of confusing, isn't it? But the conscious mind is every new experience that you've ever had. And you record it on what we call a hard disk. And it's got tons and tons of terabytes or whatever is larger than a terabyte. I guess there is a larger number, but whatever it is. And we are always comparing the past with the present. And it's as simple as, I think I'll have a hamburger today. And you know what a hamburger tastes like. And it's your expectations. Or I'm going to have a steak, or I'm going to have fish, whatever it is. But it's your expectations. Your expectations are, you believe there has to be a certain outcome. So I'm going to have a hamburger. It's going to be juicy. I'm going to have, let's say, cheddar cheese, whatever you desire on it, and whatever different accoutrements on it, whether you're going to have mustard, mayonnaise, ketchup, pickles, whatever you desire. And this expectation comes from your previous experience. But look at this, as it comes from your previous experience, what it is it's safe. And that's what we need to address this evening. So it's safe. So, for example, the hamburger is going to taste a certain way. Well, if it doesn't taste that way, it's not any good. Or maybe it's a new experience and you might like it. My son has a business. And so when I go to visit him in North Carolina, free advertisement for him. And when I go to his wonderful business, and he's promo here, he's North Carolina's the best hamburger. But I go there and have a hamburger, my expectations. I want to share this with you. So my expectations is I'm going to have his hamburger. And it's close to a half a pound, right? This is what I do. This is a hamburger, medium rare. Okay. Then I want onions on it, sauteed onions. Then on top of that, he makes his own bacon. I want bacon. Top of that, I'd want cheddar cheese or jack cheese or whatever. Then on top of that, lettuce and tomato. We're not done yet. Then on top of that, a fried egg. Then on top of that, I think I'll have some avocado. Well, it's this big, right? And I have to slice it with a knife. But my expectation is that. Now, when I go out to dinner, every hamburger that I have is judged against the one that I have at his restaurant, called Bull City Burger and Brewery in Durham, North Carolina. I should tell him this so he can, pay me for this advertisement. Anyway, going on, what I'm sharing is that your expectations not only is in food, but in relationships, and your expectations are outcomes. What are outcomes? And that if you do a certain thing, you expect it to be a certain way. But what if you open the door and say, I don't have any outcomes. I want the outcome that is perfect for me, right for me, and it'll end up being wonderful for me. That's a risk, isn't it? It's a leap of faith. But is it really? You don't know what positive changes can occur that is even better than what's going on right now. That's something interesting. You have to think about that. And years ago, when I moved out here to the Seattle area, I was driving a truck. And in the truck, I passed everything but a gas station. So I said, well, time for a car. So I went and I had a conversation with a true source for the perfect car. And I saw an ad for a Honda Civic station wagon. It was 15 years old. And I called up with a woman who had the used car dealership. She said, look, I don't know. Those days it only went 100,000 miles and turned over. She said it could have had 150,000. I don't know. And I said, okay, I went to the laundry list of what the car should be. But I said it had to be right for me. And so I bought the Honda. I put over 120,000 miles on it, one set of tires, one set of brakes, 6 shifts, still the same clutch. And then I sold it to a friend of mine, best car he ever had. Why? Because I got out of my own way. My expectation is I'm going to have the right car for me. So now I'm going to expand it. The perfect car for me, or your perfect life, or your perfect joy, your perfect relationship. And then I hear, well, it's got to have this and that and this and that. And I go, what does perfect mean? Opening the door means You manifest because every thought is a manifestation. Whether you want to go to dinner, you want to take a shower, you want to call somebody, it's a manifestation, which you're taking action to. Key words, action to. So now, when you're opening the door, you have to trust. Well, who am I going to trust now? Maybe it won't work out right. The minute you think about that, congratulations, it won't work out. I was working, doing some stuff with one of my advanced group, and this beautiful soul said, I can do that. You go, forget it. Why can you do it? Well, I can do it. What's can me? Well, when I do it, right, it's the future. What's the future? 1 minute? 20 years? Or that expression, when I get around to it, or I wish, or I hope I can do this, or whatever. Most important thing in life when you open the door is, in your life, everything is in the present. Like, I'm now enjoying my relationship with being on this podcast, which I am. Enjoy having co-hosts, which is Tia, which I am. I have a beautiful dog. I have a wonderful dog. And that's another thing. I manifested the perfect dog for me. I don't know what the perfect dog was. I had some ideas, but I'm not going to do that. Perfect dog. And I was sitting down with my dental hygienist. She was cleaning my teeth. I asked her what kind of a dog. She had a couple of dogs. She said, yeah, I used to have a dog. I'm looking for another dog. Why I was saying it to the dental hygienist, no idea. But I do know now. But I just felt this is a message. Okay. And then I got a rescue dog. Got a beautiful rescue dog that's part red heeler. And she said, well, I kind of warn you a little bit. He doesn't like having a leash. Okay, so I carried him in my car, got him into the house, and I have a enclosed backyard and decided to take him for a walk, put a leash on. He wouldn't move for 4.5 hours. Just that. So then, okay, I let him go out without the leash. He was fine. And then Tiu came over to the house the next day. We were doing a session, and I put the leash on him. For 6 hours, he would not move. I thought he was crossing his legs because he had to go out and do his business. So I wasn't sure of that. This can't happen. So I took the leash off, and he did his business. Little by little, he acclimated to me. But I had a talk with his soul. And I said, really, what's going on? Well, the former two owners, they were brothers. They put him on a leash, and he nearly choked. So I had to have 2 conversations with him. I opened the door to be able to talk to his soul. Anybody can do this. I have to ask permission. You have to ask permission of all canine souls. And then I talked to him. Second conversation, I put a leash on, he walked out. Never had a problem anymore. You see, in my conscious mind, what am I going to do? Rah, 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 rah. And all these thoughts, getting angry and frustrated. And I'm sure he picked it up because you pick up the energy of everybody. See, your body is an antenna receiving. Think about receiving and sending. Receiving and sending. Okay. Here's an example. Today Tia called me. Yeah, I was just thinking about you. Yep, I was thinking about you, Michael. We were sending messages. Our antenna, our body. So what we need to understand now, there's a new energy coming through right now. So picture the universe, we have all the planets around us, and the Earth is going in this, day and night, going in a circle, revolving. We're getting day, night, different seasons. But this whole solar system is moving through the universe. It doesn't stay static, it moves in a group called the photon belt. And the photon belt has certain vibrations and energies. Now, the Earth is trillions of years old, and it's gone through this before. I don't know how long it takes to go through the whole circle, the photon belt, the whole universe. We've done it before on Earth, trillions of years ago. That gives you an idea. But it's really unimportant as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I can meditate. I can ask for an answer, but so what am I going to do with it? Okay, so it's going to take another trillion years to get back where you were. Well, that's great. Now what I'm going to do with it? It's unimportant. What's really important is, as we're going through the photon belt, means a new door is opening. And the door that is opening is raising our vibrations. And that's one of the items I desire to talk to you about. raising your vibrations. Your soul is saying, all right, now listen, we got messages for you. And your mind is constant chatter, 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 chatter. And it's always chattering. Guess what? So is mine. Well, how do I slow down my mind? How do I slow this down? Well, as a very good friend of mine, David, said, reverse engineering. Go back the way you created it. You created it out of doubt or impatience. And yet, when I talk to everybody about meditating, well, I really can't meditate. They go, I don't have time. Well, how much time do you spend on your phone looking at all this different software that's going on? Or TikTok? Oh, maybe an hour, an hour and a half every day, maybe more. So you cannot give up 1 hour. Here's what I'd like to share with you, because this is opening the door. And everybody has a different way of meditating. But the true source, you may call the breath of enlightenment. So it involves breathing, and people talk about you breathe a certain way, you can change your vibration. That's true. And there are other methods. And there are other meditations. What if you had a whole history of people found they healed themselves or their life changed and something was positive? Now, I cannot say that in other meditations because I don't know. It's very possible. All I know is I had testimonies. People say it really works. That's what I want to share with you. Some of you are familiar with it. And it's very simple. And all you do is get into a quiet place, shut your cell phone off, put a sign, do not disturb, like a hotel, do not disturb, right? And then what you do, ask for a perfect, intelligent bubble of protection around you. And I can give you more instructions after this is done because you'll have access to me. And then afterwards, you inhale dream and exhale heaven. That's what you do. Well, what's that going to do? Right. Takes you out of what they call it the 3D world, the emotional world that we're in. So what is our emotional world? Joy, happiness, fear, doubt, anxiety, hate, fear, insecurities, all 10 yards. But you might have to do this for 15 or 20 minutes or 25 minutes. And then all of a sudden, your mind will go blank. And it'll be like you're semi-asleep. And after 20, 25 minutes, maybe a little shorter, maybe a little longer, something magical is going to happen. You're going to receive thoughts. We all like, Michael, this is the soul and the true source. You need to go take a shower today and wash your clothes. Well, I'm being bizarre here, but it doesn't work that way. That's called clairaudience. Yes, sometimes I do hear that. Rarely, very rarely. And I've been at this for more years than everybody that's listening to me now than your agents. But I realize that these thoughts come in. It's so powerful. And then afterwards, just write down the thoughts. I'll give you an example. I had been out of the country, and I came back, and it was the 15th of the month. I'd been back 2 days, and I'm doing inhaling dream, exhaling heaven, and meditating. And during the silence, I heard, you got to pay your mortgage. Oh my gosh, it's due on the 15th. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Well, let's see. The bank closes at 12 o'clock, and it's 11:45. Hell, I got in my car, broke the speed of sound, got there about 3 minutes before the bank was there and paid my mortgage right on time. They said, well, it's Saturday. It won't be recorded until Monday, but you paid on time. So that's the way it works. I forgot all about it. I was just R&Ring, coming back in my body, enjoying back being in America. A little aside here, I've been to countries where I got off in the plane where there were AK-47s, and I had to be rushed through, customs because I had special clearance with the company I worked with. I've been in the jungles of South America. I've been places you don't want to be. And yet I will tell you, nothing better than America. Not perfect, better than a lot of other places. That's my little advertisement. Get back to what I'm talking to all of you about, and I'm looking at our time, is that we need to really, when you do that meditation and in that silence, that's when you connect with the true source. That's when you connect with your soul. Just listen. So the question is it my ego, which is tied to my conscious mind, or is it spirituality? Well, here's the point. If it's the ego, it's going to say, because you need to go to the bank, because you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do that. What was my message? You didn't pay your mortgage. Say I had to run to the bank. I need to do that. Oh, I better get to the bank because I didn't pay. Or perhaps I'll call somebody. Gee, Michael, I really need to get a hold of you. I'm just thinking of it. That's the way it works. Listen to the thoughts of your soul. Open the door that you are more than just a human being in a physical body. You are much more than that. You're a beautiful soul to experience life. You see, without your body, you can't smell the flowers, feel the breeze, the rain, the warmth, the cold. You don't know what it is to touch someone, to hug someone. You don't even know what it is to even taste food. You don't know even what it is to miss someone or feel sadness and think about how beautiful the relationship was and have fond memories. Opening the door means get rid of all the blocks, the religiosity, the doubts and fears. The doubts and fears are a gift. But I want to save that for next week when I want to talk about the gifts of life. Do you let me take a look at the clock? Well, we're winding down, and I see it's 7:22. We try to end at 7:30, but sometime I'm a little verbose, so run over. So I apologize.
It's okay.
What I'd like to share with all of you, because I know we have some comments, I want to share some important information that I consider important. And that is on every Tuesday evening, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time to 7:30 Pacific time, we have what is called Soul Awakening. I love it. We do it on freeconferencecall.com. The reason I haven't changed lately, maybe I will one day, is because some areas, we're 3 hours apart. So if it's 6:30 Pacific time, it's 9:30 East Coast time. And sometimes people in Europe listen to it. So it's much better for them to, they can be in their pajamas, they don't have to get dressed, they can be relaxed. You can sit there and have your dinner, whatever time it is, and just enjoy what we have to share. The sharing really starts with you, what beautiful questions you ask. And after you ask these questions, hopefully I can answer them. Then I deliver a 10-minute message. But tell them how they can be part of this soul awakening.
Absolutely, Michael. To be part of the Soul Awakening, you just pick up your phone, dial 202-926-1059, and the access code, Michael?
125-446-pound. One more time, please.
Absolutely. That's 202-926-1059, and the access code?
125-446-pound. I love to do that. Using the same telephone number, the same code, second Saturday of every month, which is so dear to my heart, called the Mass Consciousness Healing. And we send healing to Mother Earth, the animal, mineral, and vegetable kingdom. We're part of the animal kingdom. Everyone listening to this, we are the solution. We're here to make a difference, to change this planet into unconditional love. It takes a few of us, and that begins to snowball. When we look at the United States, we wanted to break the yoke of England. Just a few people, a handful of men and women, said, we don't want this anymore. We've got to change. We're tired of being taxed. What happened is big revolution took place. And in the revolution, we became a free country. But every country at one time or another has gone through the same thing. They've had a revolution, overthrew a government, overthrew the king or whatever it is. Everyone has. And it all starts with you with a thought. And your thought is, can we turn this planet to more freedom and unconditional love, not judgmental? And we can. And we are. It's no longer in the maybe stage. It's beginning to happen. So with your support, it will speed up. Tell them again how they can be part of this.
Well, you pick up your phone, get in a comfy place, and this is the number you dial. Dial 202-926-1059 and the access code, Michael?
125-446-pound. One more time, please.
Sure, it's the same number as the Tuesday night call-in. It's 202-926-1059 and the access code, Michael?
125-446-pound. It's from 9:55 a.m. Pacific time to 11:01. In the first few minutes, kind of introduce yourself, where are you from, and a little bit what's going on. And then we start. We go into silence. Should you tune in late and then you don't hear anything, we're there. And then 2 or 3 minutes before I come back on, make sure you're grounded, play some beautiful music, and the magic happens. You just tell them again how many guests we had from the spiritual world last month. Actually, this month.
Last month, earlier this month, right? Michael had got me mixed up. It was amazing. I know that Jesus was there, Buddha was there, Krishna, Archangel Michael. Elvis rolled through. That one got me. Elvis rolled through. You never know. There were so many guides and angels that come and surround us with a unconditional love that we're collectively sharing with the world. Michael, can I take a minute to share my experience? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. Michael had guides us into our cocoon, and it's a cocoon of healing and love, and it's beautiful when we go there. And our cocoons, Michael expanded our cocoons, and it was the most beautiful feeling that all of us that were on that call actually started expanding and floating around Mother Earth. And it felt like I was holding hands, not virtually, but in the energy that we were with. And what I saw was that if you imagine a merry-go-round, you see the top of the merry-go-round, you see all the horses around, and that was all of us in our cocoons surrounding the world. And Michael was at the top of the merry-go-round, just smiling and sending love to Mother Earth and all of us. It was the most beautiful image that I felt and I saw, and I thought, you know what? People need to feel this. We only do this once a month. And when Michael brings that kind of an energy where we're collectively coming together to bring love to the world, that's the greatest medicine the world can have. There is so much chaos going on right now, but there was peace. And I saw pink, and I saw white, and I saw gold energies just surrounding her like a blanket of love. So I encourage all of you to join us on the second Saturday of the month. Put that, mark it on your calendar, set an alarm on your phone, do something. You don't want to miss it. You really, truly don't. It will change your day, and it will change who you are.
Thank you very much for sharing that. It's really a blessing for us to be there. Now, as I was talking about Tuesday nights, Soul Awakening, I deliver a 10-minute message. And in the 10-minute message, it's recorded on freeconferencecall.com. There are 425, something like that, 420. None of them are indexed. And when I discovered about a year ago, I forgot to index them. It's true sort of said, I want to read through 300 different labels. No, now we have over 400. No. Tell everybody, just trust. Starts at number 3, 425, 430. I'll give you the exact amount next week. But just sit there and go, maybe I'll listen to number 92. Very powerful. Talks about your soul. Or 127 or 307, whatever it is. And I get feedback. Gee, Michael, just what I just had it here. So perfect. So please take advantage of it. What's the cost? 10 minutes of your time. So I'd like to encourage all of you to take advantage of that. Do you give them that telephone number?
Absolutely. And this is the phone number you want to put in your contacts on your phone, because if you're driving, you won't have to look up the number. You can just automatically get to it so that you can pick that recording. That number is 434-300-4170, and the access code, Michael?
125-446-pound. One more time, please.
434-300-4170. And the code, Michael?
125-446-pound. Also, I'd like to share with you, excuse me, if you go to Dr. Michael B. Gross, there are different recordings with messages on YouTube, with Dr. Michael B. Gross YouTube, and there's a limited number of beautiful picture photography done by an award-winning photographer to you, and you'll see a quote, and I'll be talking about that. They're limited. But you have all the podcasts and all these beautiful podcasts going back several years. Pick a subject, watch it. It's a half an hour long. It will change your life because we are here to make a difference. You need to remember that. Also, I offer a complimentary session. Half an hour, sometimes it runs more. I am old school, as they say. Most people text. I say, don't text me. And they'll text me. Bless their souls. And I may not get back to you till the next day or 3 days later because I'll get tied up. But actually, I'm a night owl. And one of these days, as I said before, when you send me a text, could be 10 in the morning at 1:32, I'm looking at it, I'll call you. You know, and of course you'll be a little offended or wake you. And you have every right to be that way, but listen to my message. Call first. And if I'm tied up, I leave you a message, I'll call you back. Then leave me a text message. Leave a text message. Then I can read it so I can figure out what time zone you want. So please take advantage. The cost is zero. And I'm not going to say, and the special today is yada, yada, yada. I don't do that, which a lot of people. I'll just say, if you're interested, I can be anything to help. Let me know. That's it. No sales pitch. I'm here to help you. Here to help you so we can make this plan beautiful, lovable, back the garden. So I'm here to help you do that. And me too. That's my purpose. So that's very, very important for all of you. And remember, when you go to Dr. Michael B. Gross, I'm not the urologist, so just keep looking. All right, to you. Do we have any questions?
Today we don't have questions, but we have greetings from Colorado, greetings from around the world, and Inga says the questions and answers on Tuesday night are the best. And I agree with Inga because you never know when the callers dial in what their questions are. So when you answer those questions, it's like it puts a new perspective. Sometimes it's things that you wouldn't necessarily think about. Right. So definitely, right. If you've got life challenges and stuff, you know, come on in, listen to Michael's call. You actually get to talk to the man. Right. And if you're shy, be a fly on the wall, come and listen anyway. Right, Michael?
Perfect. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are there any other messages that we have?
That's what we have today. I think we might have had a little glitch with our technology, but we have questions. We have hearts.
Well, thank you very much, everyone.
I had a question. I have one question. I'm sorry, Michael. I almost forgot. Yes. We have a full moon coming up. I think it's tomorrow, the sturgeon moon. And I was just wondering. I know that the moon has creates these weird energies sometimes on our planet. Can you give everybody a tip on how they can protect themselves from those crazy weird energies?
Yes. Well, it's an eclipse, isn't it, tomorrow as well? Or just a full moon?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
Right. Well, whatever it is. It's really important just to ask to be. I'll give you the words slowly, so when you replay this. Right? There's two different, well, there's an introduction. I call upon my inner intelligence to meld, bond, and ground with the true source. That opens up a new door to another vibration. I call upon the true source. Dream heaven. That raises your vibration. True source has created the resources and the true source is miracle medium of love. Let me give you the derivation. I call upon the true source. That's an acronym for God. It's a long story. Some of you may not know. Just go along with that. There are 360 names for God. Dream heaven. Every word has a frequency and energy and vibration. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 is I am. I says you exist. Am is another name for the true source of God, the true source. And when you say I am, you're saying you're one with the true source. True source is one with you. The true source has created the resources. It's an acronym. For all your guides and angels and guardian angels, the whole 10 yards. The last thing, the true source is miracle medium of love. That's the only energy that exists in the universe outside of this dimension that is healing, and it's the energy, the pure essence, the core of the true source, unconditional love. That's it. So again, I call upon the true source, dream heaven, true sources, creative resources, the true sources, miracle medium of love, that I am now in harmony and balance with all the energy in and around and about me at all levels. On the outer plane, PLANE, which is a human plane, inner plane, which is a spiritual plane, and in your form, you say in my form, my core, and essence, at all levels. So I give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, thank you, thank you, thank you. You can replay this very shortly. You'll have the information on it. And then that's all you need to do. So they say this is a very propitious time to manifest, and it is. But I had a very dear friend, Rebecca. She birthed out, and we would talk 4 times a week. She had studied astrology for 35 years, and we were very, very close. And she's an excellent astrologer. Sometimes I would just do things and her husband would laugh, just annoy her. You know, we had this little game. And she was saying, well, on this date, you better us, you can manifest more quickly, et cetera, et cetera. And I would say, yeah, but you know what? You can do it on anything. Well, you can, but it's a little easier on this date. And I would say, only if you think so. Which, of course, we get into a discussion. So I'm going to say with eclipse or a full moon, it's 2 to 4% more powerful. However, you can manifest, you can do whatever you want 24/7, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 o'clock, no full moon, raining, snowing, you can do it anytime. You're not limited because, you know, my cliche, you're unlimited. However, if you wish to do this, write down something in the present tense. And I always talk about FABA, Frank, Barbara, Apple. Faith, F, belief, and acceptance. That's all you have to have. And get out of your own way and let it happen. Like baking a cake. You put the ingredients together, you put it in the oven, an hour, 2 hours later, it's done. After you do it, don't question it. Let it happen. Because that's how powerful you are. You've created your own life. I thought I'd pass this on to you. The other item I'd like to pass on to you is something that Tio and I have collaborated on. And it's really very powerful. I have a nonprofit called the International Institute of Self-Empowerment. This is a book that Tio and I put together. And in this book we put together, it's called You Are Unlimited. It's 100 quotes from the true source with the award-winning photography from Tio. All now it's $39.95, not on Facebook. Total proceeds go to the International Institute of Self-Empowerment, dedicated to helping abused women, children, and men. That's 100% goes. we'd like to share this with you. You know what's amazing with all these 100 quotes? A lot of the people that have ordered it, they open up the book and go, what's my thing for today? Then their day goes that way. Or they go, I had some chaos today. I'm going to open the book. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I went through. This is beautiful. And it's so beautiful. Your direction is life is determined by what you think or believe. You know, one of the quotes is, you don't know where you're going, you can't get lost. Or what you think, you create. And what you create, you experience. And I'll have to put on my glasses. I'll live each day.
Oh, I can read it. Live each day as if there is no yesterday, there's no tomorrow, there is only the now and the forever. Whoops.
Isn't
There we
that
go.
the truth? There's only the now and forever. And of course, the last thing, without love, there is no life. Without life, there is no life. So we love you all. To you, put it in how she can contact you or me. You can send her an email or a text with the information. You can do it to me, whichever you want. It's $39.95, 501c3, tax deductible. It's a little expensive, but when you do color photography, you do a hard copy, a lot more expensive. And we spent many hours putting this together. Put this on the cocktail table every morning. Take a look and say, this is my thought for the day. It's what you think you create, what you create your experience. So thank you, everyone. We wish you a beautiful, wonderful week coming up. We wish you joy and happiness. And remember, you are unlimited.
Unlimited.
Namaste.
Namaste.
We love you.
We love you.